So I'm super excited to bring up this next person because she is also a friend of mine, and she became a friend at Weapons of Mass Creation last year. We met. We're going to have Miss Stephanie Irigoyen come up to the stage. She is a designer, skater girl. Most importantly, she is a donut addict. So all your donut-related questions and conversations, please direct to her. Get your donut questions ready for afterwards. She resides in Tallahassee, Florida. So she did some traveling for us. She's the founder of Design Week Tallahassee, so really boosting up the design community. She believes strongly in community, and she believes strongly in building a better city for yourselves. Please put your hands together for Miss Stephanie Irigoyen.
Hey everybody. If you missed my lovely J-Law moment on the stairs there earlier, I am much more graceful on skates than I am on my feet. So I probably should have worn my roller skates, right? So, as Lenny said, I'm Stephanie. I am designer, donut addict. If you give me donuts, I will love you forever. Skater girl, played roller derby for about 5 years, and now I just skate in skate parks, I guess. Cat lady. I've got 2 cats. If you want to talk to me about cats, yeah, let me know, because show me all the pictures of your cats, guys. And you will learn professional babbler extraordinaire. I might go on, so I've got some friends in the audience to shut me up if I'm going off on a tangent. So the name of my talk is Nobody Knows What They're Doing. But probably should have been called I Don't Know What I'm Doing. So, I have been having an interesting learning experience in the last few years and changed a lot since I was a kid. When I was a kid, life was easy. It wasn't like this. I like to do a lot of things. I had a professional t-shirt business when I was 14. I like to draw up like restaurant layouts, and I had a nonprofit business, and like I was just a weird kid who liked all that kind of stuff. I still love doing new things. There's me with roller derby and trying some ropes courses. It's just adventure and fun. So I wanted to be an artist, teacher, writer, dancer, astronaut, lawyer, all of them at the same time. I wanted to be the first one. Everything when you're a kid is new, and it's easy. I think you guys remember when you were a kid, life was the best. You had naps. Who misses naps? Come on. Yeah. I'm gonna take a nap after this, guys. I really want to take a nap. So you're not afraid to try when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, things kind of change a bit. Adulthood be like realizing that nobody knows what they're doing is the most terrifying part of adulthood. I mean, you think someone knows what they're doing, and then you realize nobody else does. So that switch when you hit 18, supposedly you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, so that's why I'm talking to you about this today. About the things that I don't know what I'm doing or if I'm doing them well, but I do it anyways. So this is me when I was 19. Didn't know how to do my hair properly. That was a really bad home bleach job. So 19-year-old me. When I was 19, I got diagnosed with depression. It's really tough to get diagnosed with that. You feel suddenly really out of control, like you don't have any power over your mind or your emotions. So it's very life-changing. It had been something that runs in my family, so I wasn't super surprised, but it's not fun to hear. Depression is a creativity killer. It sucks out your ambition and your goals. So if you have experienced this, I think you know how hard it is to do even the simplest tasks. So what it does teach you is how to do it anyways. When you're depressed, even getting out of bed is hard, taking a shower, making your food, but you have to do it because we're adults who are supposed to go to work every day and pay our rent and go get groceries. So I think the upside was that depression taught me to suck it up and do it anyways, because no one else is going to do it for you. So in the last year, like I mentioned, things have been changing a lot for me, and it's helped me get out of my depression. I have been going to a lot of conferences and making tons of new friends. This is Creative South last year. I don't know if you guys have been to Creative South. It's an excellent conference. This is last year. Some lovely friends I made here at Weapons. And it's been life-changing because these people are some of the warmest and most welcoming people I've ever met. And they've inspired me to reach for more and do things that feel really out of my, like what I can do, out of my grasp. So, community has helped me a lot. Now, the biggest thing that I learned is that design is not the only thing that I know how to do that can be my creative outlet. Design is something I do, it's something I love. I think we all agree that, but realizing that all these other people who are here at design conferences are doing all these amazing things outside of design, I was like, I can do that too. I'm gonna try and go outside my comfort zone. So, my message to you is do it, even if you don't know how. But now I know you're thinking like, what do you mean do it? Show me that you know what you're talking about, because I'm just telling you do stuff and you're like, well, it's hard. I don't want to do it. So I'm going to tell you about a little event that I planned. Design Week Tallahassee. Last year I put on an event in Tallahassee for the design community. It was 18 events in 7 days, and it was pretty crazy. I kind of did it all myself, which I got a lot of remarks on my sanity because of that. I did just about every job, event director, sponsor liaison, cashier, handled all the money. Yeah, you can imagine how that week went. Actually, no, the months leading up to that week, I think some people here saw me just increasingly panic at the amount of things on my plate. So what I learned from this is a few things that I'm going to actually tell you guys that helps when you don't know how to do something, which is design matters to me a lot, but not as much as community. So when you're doing something new, I want you to find something that sets fire to your heart. Because if it doesn't make you feel like that, it's pointless, right? I think that if you're going to do something new, it has to matter. If you're going to do anything, it has to matter to you. So another tip for doing these things of like Design Week is work backwards. So specifically for event planning, I learned that the best way to figure it out is to picture the room, picture what you want to see and how you want people to feel, and work backwards from that. And it works perfectly with design. You want to think about that logo and how people feel when they see it, right? How that brand makes them feel. So try something new, try it backwards. It sounds very weird, but it works. I relied heavily on Google. Google was my best friend during this. That is pretty much the best way that you can learn new things. You guys have all seen YouTube videos of something ridiculous and you've tried it, right? Yeah, come on, something weird. Like, I'm gonna learn how to parkour. I'm not telling you guys that I did. I may have tried that. It didn't end well. But YouTube and the internet has provided us with all great opportunities to just learn new things. So if you can't find someone who knows how to do it, you Google it. And trust your gut. That was the biggest thing for me when learning how to do something, which is not, I don't actually know how to do it, I promise you. But I just went with my instincts. So I wanted to show you guys that I'm not just making stuff up. Design Week Tallahassee happened, and it was really fun. And reminder, I did not know what I was doing. I've never been an event planner. I think at most I planned some parties when I was a kid. You know, I'm like, yeah, I got the snacks and the decorations, and I called all the girls, and it's a sleepover. Yay! But other than that, I have no experience doing this whatsoever. I just wanted a community. So we had workshops and speakers. I mean, it was weapons, but for 7 days, which is a lot. So it was pretty crazy, but it went really well. People flocked to it and told me that I did know what I was doing, which I'm like, no, please stop. I don't know, and I want you to know that you don't have to know either. You don't have to know what you're doing if you just fake it and Google it. I'm serious. So it turned out to be an amazing event, and I'm working on some new things. This has been something that I've been getting a lot of crap from my friends from, but it's pretty funny. I had a dream that, people of color. Okay, no one got my Martin Luther King speech. Wow, I'm sorry. I thought that this was a diverse community and no one can cheer for MLK. Come on. Thank you, brown people. Brown people that. Yeah. So, I had a dream of an aquarium. I had a dream that I was in an aquarium. And I woke up and kind of had this reaction.
How easy to get sneaking at the zoo? I see some penguins like right now.
I had to see penguins. I had to see fish. I was like, I want an aquarium. Where's the nearest aquarium? 5 hours away from me. Why? I don't know. That's stupid. So I was like, why don't we have one in Tallahassee? And I started kind of just wondering, like, why there's not one in my city. And then I started on a ridiculous goal to try and build one in my city. I know nothing about aquariums. Nothing. I was like making this presentation. I was Googling economic impact reports. I've never read one of those in my life. I was just like, I want an aquarium in Tallahassee. How do I make it happen? I don't know. I'm just gonna Google everything and just trying to wish it into existence, essentially. So you can see this is like weeks of me just like, aquarium. I want an aquarium. And everyone's like, why are you doing this? Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, well, I did this thing last year, Design Week, and I was kind of in my comfort zone. This isn't, and I'm gonna see if it works anyways. I know some people now who might be able to do something. They might know someone who knows someone who knows someone who will get me that aquarium. I promise you, 10 years from now, you're gonna come to Tallahassee and be like, that's Stephanie's aquarium right there. She built it. So, I have no clue what I'm doing. I think you all relate. But specifically, I have no clue what I'm doing with aquariums. I have no clue what I'm doing with event planning. I just like to try new things. And what I want you guys to know is that you can do the same thing, even if it's the most ridiculous dream ever. I mean, I went to school for graphic design. Art school did not teach me anything for real life, let's be real. So the fact that I'm doing this stuff just means that you can too. The odds are all against me. Building an aquarium takes millions of dollars. I have less than $2,000 in my bank account. So, I was the one that wooed at the Dustin student loan. That's me. Woo! Student loans. But I'm gonna try and do it anyways because it's not. You don't have to be qualified to try, right? I'm glad you're all with me on that. You don't have to be qualified to try. Now, maybe for a surgeon too, it's pretty good, but aquarium, where'd that come from? I don't know. I've been learning about city planning and urban design and placemaking, all things that I didn't know about before, and it's been quite an experience to learn these things. But the only prerequisite that we have in life is that we exist. So I want you guys to try things and then let me know how it goes. And I will help you. Because even though I don't know how to do that thing, I will Google it for you. I'm an excellent Googler. I worked very hard on that gift. So, an excellent quote here. I think we all know he's a very deep man. Yes. I want you to do it. And if you don't come back to me, I'm going to find each and every one of you and be like, what are you doing? What are you working on that's brand new? Okay? Because that is the important thing. You want to do something that you've never done before. Take it from Shia. So, yeah, I want you to go out there and do something brand new. Something completely out of your comfort zone. I don't know, someone throws something out there. I'm going to learn what someone throws something out there, and I'll come back to you. I heard blood magic, and I already know how to do blood magic, guys. Come on.
Show us.
I already did. Be careful when you go to sleep tonight. Masonry, okay. I'm going to look it up. I promise you, I'm going to go into that and see what I can do. And I want you guys to do the same. Because design is not your only creative outlet. You can do so much more and tie it back to your field. And it doesn't matter if you went to school for it. It doesn't matter if you read books on it. It's just about trying and seeing how far you can go. And seeing if that, makes a difference, or maybe my aquarium won't come true. And, I'll just have to drive 5 hours to Atlanta to see a really cool fish. But I care that I'm trying, and I think other people are for some reason impressed about that too. Or they think I'm crazy. I accept both. So that's it. Just go out there and try, guys.
Yo, one more time, Stephanie Irigoyen.